Good morning, students. Welcome to eSuvidya. Hope you all are fine and safe. Students, there is a story written by the great Russian writer Leo Tolstoy named A Grain as Big as Hen's Egg. In the last part of the story, when the king was very much surprised to see a grain resembling just like a wheat as big as a hen's egg, he asked the question to the grandfather of the farmer that, tell me, grandfather, where was your land from where you grow such a large variety of grain or such a large size of a grain? Then the grandfather answers that, O king, wherever I cultivated or where I cultivated, there was my land. That means during my time, land was a free gift of nature, and where I cultivated, there was my land. No one can claim the ownership over the land, and labor belongs to someone's own. Land doesn't belong to anyone. And when the king asks that, grandfather, have you ever brought or sold this grain to anyone? Then the grandfather smiles and tells, during our time, buying and selling was regarded as a sin. Buying of a food and selling of a food is regarded as sin. If we have any surplus food, we share with our community members. So, I gave this example of the famous writer Leo Tolstoy, the famous Russian writer Leo Tolstoy. His famous book was War and Peace, and already you know that Mahatma Gandhi was a great follower of Leo Tolstoy. He established his first ashram in South Africa named as a Tolstoy Farm. So when he was fighting the freedom movement of South Africa. So in this story, Leo Tolstoy mentions that during that time, land was regarded as a free gift of nature. So here let us connect this with our story of Tilka Majhi. So here you see that the tribal people never want to fix themselves into a particular piece of land. But on the other hand, the Britishers wanted to fix the tribal people to particular pieces of lands so that they can charge land revenue as per their interest or as per their wish. So actually this hurt the tribal people or the Santals to the greatest extent. And when Tilka Majhi told to the tribals not to pay the taxes or not to pay the rent to the landlords or the representative of the king or the representative of the British government, then automatically the Santals became a great problem for the tribals. So it became a great problem for the Britishers. So the British government appointed Cleveland, the collector of Bhagalpur, to suppress the Santal rebellion. And when Cleveland appointed the other tribal people to fight against Santals, actually Tilka could not bear this. It hurt Tilka very much that their own people will fight against their people. Actually it hurt Tilka to the greatest extent. So he decided to kill Cleveland. On 23rd January 1784, shooting an arrow from a distance, he killed Cleveland. So the death of Cleveland forced the British government to bring more soldiers and also weapons to suppress the Santal rebellion. Up to this portion we have discussed in the previous class. Students, let us read the last part of the sense group paragraph 3. But Tilka and his people fought about a year, killing many British soldiers with their arrows At last they made a sudden attack on Tilka and his followers. Tilka was arrested. He was mercilessly beaten. His hands were then tied to a horse and was dragged all over Bhagalpur town. But Tilka did not die after all this. So they hanged him from a tree. The place is known today as Tilka Chak. History has forgotten Tilka Machi. His name is not found in the history books, but many people who came to Bhagalpur pay their respect to Tilka. In 1969, the Simanta Gandhi, Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, came to Bhagalpur. He went to Tilka Chak, where Tilka was hanged, and paid his respect to this great martyr. So students, as you have known, when Tilka killed Cleveland, so now the Britishers wanted to arrest Tilka at any cost. So they brought more soldiers, more weapons to arrest Tilka. So at last they make a sudden attack. When Tilka was among their community members, they made a sudden attack. But before this, Tilka fought the war against the Britishers for about 1 year, killing many British soldiers. So one day suddenly the British officers, the British soldiers make a sudden attack, and they become successful in arresting Tilka. So after the arrest of Tilka, then he was mercilessly beaten. He was very cruelly beaten, very mercilessly beaten, and his hands were tied, or his hands tied to horse, and he was dragged. Drag means to drive someone or to pull someone on a surface, and he was dragged by the horse throughout the Bhagalpur town. All over the Bhagalpur town he was dragged, but the brave soldier never died. So when he never died, now the Britishers hanged Tilka Machi from a tree. Now this place where Tilka Machi was hanged is known as Tilka Chak. So this is how ended the life of one of the first freedom fighter of among the tribal people, or one of the first freedom fighter among the tribal people. This is how ended the life of the great freedom fighter called Tilka Machi, or who is originally known as Jabra Pahadia. So history has eventually forgotten the contribution of Tilka Machi. Our historians never placed his name in our history books, but Tilka Machi sacrificed his life for the freedom movement of this country. So several persons or eminent persons, whenever they visit the Bhagalpur, several eminent persons visited Tilka Chak to give respect, to give their tribute to this great martyr. One of the great freedom fighter, Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, who is popularly known as Simanta Gandhi or Frontier Gandhi. He visited Tilka Chak in 1969 to pay respect to Tilka. At the Tilka Chak, he visited Tilka Chak to give respect to this great martyr. So, as you know, that Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan is a great freedom fighter. He followed the principle of Mahatma Gandhi. He belongs to the western provinces of Pakistan. So, you know, students, Bharat Ratna is the highest civilian award that is given by the Indian government. Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan and Nelson Mandela, generally Bharat Ratna is given to the natural citizens of India. But there are 3 persons who are not the natural citizens of India, but they were awarded Bharat Ratna. One of them is Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan. Although he belongs to Pakistan during that time, he was awarded Bharat Ratna. Next person was Nelson Mandela, the previous president of South Africa, and Mother Teresa, who established the missionaries of charity at Kolkata. So they are the eminent persons who were awarded Bharat Ratna despite their nationality. So Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, when visited to Tilka Chak, he paid his respect to Tilka Machi. This is how ended the life of the great martyr of our country, Tilka Machi. So students, today we have discussed up to the last portion of this chapter. So now let us find out some new words from the sense group, paragraph 3. The first word is mercilessly. Mercilessly. Mercilessly means cruelly. Mercilessly means cruelly. So let us use it into a meaningful sentence. He beat her mercilessly. Then the last word, then the next word, martyr. Martyr means one who sacrifices, his or her life for the sake of principle or to sustain a cause. So, martyr is a person who sacrifices his life for the sake of a principle or for a cause. Let's use it into a meaningful sentence. The martyr laid down his life for the cause of national independence. For the cause of national independence. Then students, the last word, dragged. Then the last word, dragged. Dragged is the past and past participle of the verb drag. It is the past and past participle of the verb drag. So its meaning is to pull along, a surface, or through a medium, sometimes with difficulty. To pull along a surface or through a medium, sometimes with difficulty. किसी को खींच के ले लो ना, dragged. Let's use it into a meaningful sentence of our own. They dragged the old sofa out of the room. They dragged the old sofa out of the room. They dragged the old sofa out of the room. Let's use it into another meaningful sentence. what the cat dragged in. Look what the cat dragged in. Then the last sentence using dragged, they dragged their boat unto the sea, unto the beach. They dragged their boat unto the beach. So students, today we have completed the chapter Tilka Machi. So you go through the chapter thoroughly and try to find out the new words and try to use into meaningful sentences of your own. Thank you. Have a nice day. See you in the next class.